There's a reason the contractors don't buy the orange box from Lowe's. They never say it out loud on the sales floor. But go to any professional forum, ask any arborist what is actually in their truck, and the answer will not be what Husqvarna's marketing team wants you to hear. A brand that started manufacturing muskets for the Swedish crown in 1689 has spent the last 3 centuries building something far more sophisticated than a chainsaw. It built a story, and that story, the heritage, the orange machines, the founding date, credibility, is now doing the work that engineering used to do. This is how that happened, and this is how you stop falling for it. Most people buy a chainsaw the same way they buy anything with a motor they don't fully understand. They go online, they see the same 3 names in every roundup. They notice that one of them has a longer history, a more serious-sounding origin, and a price tag that signals quality. Then they walk into a dealer or a home improvement store. They see the orange machines lined up, and something clicks. This feels right. The brand has weight. The warranty card is right there in the box. They buy it, they bring it home, and they feel like they made an informed decision. That feeling is the product. The machine is almost secondary. Husqvarna was founded in 1689 as a royal weapons factory in Sweden. That's a real fact. The company made muskets for the Swedish military, transitioned through sewing machines and bicycles and motorcycles, and eventually landed in outdoor power equipment in the mid-20th century. The heritage is genuine. But here is the mechanism the origin story conceals. The company you are buying from today is Husqvarna Group, a Swedish listed holding company that manages one of the largest portfolios of outdoor power equipment brands on Earth. Husqvarna, the chainsaw brand, is a piece of it. The rest of the portfolio includes Gardena, McCulloch, Flymo, Poulan, Weed Eater, and a distribution relationship with Craftsman. That is the same parent company sitting behind the premium and the bargain simultaneously. They profit whether you buy up or down. The logo on the machine does not tell you which direction you actually went. That would be one thing if all Husqvarna products were built to the same standard. They're not. The outdoor power equipment market runs on a distribution split that most buyers never see. There are dealer channel machines and there are retail channel machines. Dealer channel models are sold through independent servicing dealers, shops that stock parts, employ technicians, and typically offer real warranty support. Retail channel models go to the big box stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. Same brand, same orange paint, frequently very similar model names, different machines. The internals, the carburetor spec, the air filter quality, the bar and chain included in the box, these are not identical across channels, and the company is not obligated to tell you that at the point of sale. The channel is doing the sorting. The buyer usually has no idea the sorting is happening at all. Want to avoid buying the wrong machine? Subscribe to see more of my work. But this is not a rumor circulated by competitors. Go to any professional chainsaw forum, arborist site, chainsaws.info, the service technician communities that have been documenting this for years, and you will find the same pattern repeated across hundreds of threads. Technicians identifying retail spec components inside machines sold under dealer-adjacent branding. Users posting side-by-side comparisons of identical model numbers purchased from different channels with documented hardware differences. This is a known asymmetry inside the industry. It is simply not broadcast to the people who need to know it most. The deeper issue is that the brand's own product line makes the confusion worse by design. When you search for Husqvarna chainsaws, you are not looking at one product tier. You are looking at a stacked architecture. Consumer homeowner lines at the bottom, the Rancher series in the middle, the Professional X-Force, and commercial dealer lines above that. The marketing language across all of them pulls from the same Swedish heritage credibility. But a homeowner line, Husqvarna, and an X-Force professional unit are built to materially different specifications, carry different component tolerances, and are designed for a completely different number of annual operating hours. The brand is an umbrella. What lives under it varies enormously. Most buyers never find out which part of the umbrella they actually bought until the machine is already showing them. And then there is the warranty. The warranty card in the box is doing serious persuasion work. 2 years, 3 years, those numbers sound like a commitment, but warranty language in this category is written to limit liability, not to transfer it. Read the actual document. Normal wear is excluded. Misuse is excluded, and the company gets to define what misuse means. In most consumer chainsaw warranties, the bar and chain, the parts that actually contact the wood, the parts most likely to wear, are consumables and carry no meaningful coverage. Carburetor issues that develop over time, often the result of ethanol-fuel interaction, fall into gray zones where coverage requires dealer diagnosis, then manufacturer review, then approval. A warranty that advertises multi-year coverage can in practice result in a repair bill for a machine that is 18 months old and was maintained correctly. The protection consumers believe they have purchased is not the protection they are contractually owed. That gap is not an accident, it is engineering. The same logic applies to the phrase professional grade. It sounds like a standard. It is not. There is no third-party regulatory body that certifies a consumer chainsaw as professional grade. The phrase is marketing language applied at the company's discretion, subject to no external definition. When Husqvarna or any other brand uses it, they mean it relative to their own consumer line, or they mean nothing at all. Actual professional specification is a separate category, and it tends to live in the dealer-only models that the average buyer at a home improvement store will never see on the shelf. What makes all of this work at scale is the incentive chain. Big box retailers negotiate favorable placement and volume pricing in exchange for shelf space commitment. Dealers receive margin support for pushing specific model families. Online review sites operating on affiliate commission structures make money when you click through and buy, and the products with the strongest affiliate programs tend to produce the strongest best of rankings. None of this means every review is bought or every dealer is corrupt. It means the information environment around your purchase is not neutral, and the recommendation you receive has more structural influence on it than you probably assumed. This is exactly where the insider split becomes visible. Ask a working arborist what they run, not what they sell, not what they recommend to homeowners, what they personally put in their truck. The answer is almost never a consumer line chainsaw from any brand. Professional arborists and loggers gravitate toward the Stihl MS series, toward Husqvarna's own commercial dealer-only lineup, toward purpose-built machines from brands like Echo's Professional Tier that the mass market has mostly never heard of. These professionals are not brand loyalists. They are specification buyers. They know what duty cycle means. They know what a longer interval air filter means for a full day in sawdust. They know what dealer parts availability means when a machine breaks at 7 in the morning and needs to be running again by noon. They buy accordingly. The contrast is not subtle. The same orange branding that reassures a homeowner is used by professionals to justify a purchase of something entirely different. The brand creates permission. The insider then navigates past the brand to the specific product line that actually earns it. Insiders do not buy brands. They buy model numbers, production years, and channels. That distinction is the entire game. A Husqvarna 455 Rancher sourced from a servicing dealer has documented differences from the machine with the same name on a box store shelf, differences reported by technicians who have disassembled both bar quality, chain grade, carburetor, spec. The name is identical. The machine is not. The professional knows to ask. The consumer does not know to ask because no one in the sales environment has any incentive to tell them. Amazon rankings make this worse. The most popular chainsaw on Amazon is popular because it has broad distribution, a competitive price point, a strong affiliate presence, and a high volume of reviews, many of which came from buyers who have no professional reference point for comparison. That is not the same as being the machine professionals tested and chose. Consumer aggregate ratings and professional trade consensus are two completely different signals. In this category, they almost never point to the same product. Here is how you get out of this. The first question to ask any seller is whether the machine you are looking at is a dealer channel model or a retail channel model. That question forces a direct answer. If the seller cannot answer it, that is information. If the seller answers it defensively, that is also information. Dealer channel confirmation is the single most useful piece of data you can get before a purchase in this category. Distrust the following phrases on site: professional grade, commercial duty, any warranty number cited without a conversation about what is actually excluded, and any heritage story that implies the founding date has engineering relevance to the current product. Be suspicious of any recommendation from a retailer who carries only one brand family. A dealer who stocks both Husqvarna and Stihl has to make a real argument for why one is better for your specific use case. A dealer who stocks only one has already made that argument invisible. What matters more than brand recognition, the specific model number and its production generation, the channel it was sold through, whether parts are locally available, and whether the selling dealer has service capacity. A trusted brand with no local service network is a long-term liability. The one question that reliably exposes incentive conflict. Ask any seller who recommends a specific machine whether they receive any manufacturer support, volume bonus, or promotional pricing for that brand. Most dealers will answer honestly. The ones who deflect are telling you something. If budget makes the dealer channel premium tier unreachable, the correct fallback is a mid-tier model from a servicing dealer, not the equivalent consumer line model from a big box store. The channel matters more than the tier. A slightly older, well-maintained, dealer-sourced machine from a servicing shop that stocks parts is a better long-term asset than a newer box store machine with no local support structure. The 350-year history of Husqvarna is real. The Swedish engineering tradition is real. Some of what they build is genuinely excellent, but the brand is a portfolio, not a promise. The logo guarantees you bought into a legacy. It does not guarantee which version of that legacy is sitting in the box. The professionals who depend on that machine every day already know that. They found out the hard way before you did. You've been buying the name. Start buying the model. Subscribe. Next video, we go inside another brand where the logo is doing even more work than you think.